Good morning. Thank you for watching the Political Report. The arrest on Ryan Chamberlain should have every American alarmed. They should all be going, what the fuck is going on here? The more I read on this story, the more I go, something else is up. Something else is going on here. This shit is just getting weirder and weirder. The more information they put out. And honestly, this could happen to anybody. This literally could happen to anybody. When you find out the things that they're arresting him under, every American in the United States should be on their toes. I'm going to go through a few things in this article, and I'll leave the article in the description box below for you. If you didn't see my video, bomb maker or cancer cure or something like that, I'll put that in the description box as well, because to me it looks like this gentleman wasn't trying to make bombs, but it looked like he might have started dabbling in some medical studies. Anyways, I'm going to go through this article here. He was arrested a couple weeks ago, and he's scheduled to be arraigned today, I believe, for multiple charges. Let's see. He was arrested on May 31st, so yeah, a few weeks ago. He's been in custody since, and of course was ordered to have what, folks? What was he ordered to have? A mental health evaluation. Shocking, right? Because everybody's fucking crazy. They'll deem anybody crazy these days, I tell you what. He is scheduled to appear before Magistrate Nathaniel Cousins, and I will also put a link to Nathaniel Cousins' previous cases, so if you want to go through those, you can check those out as well. On June 6th, he was ordered to be held without bail, and he had a hearing to see if he should be held without bail, and then on June 6th, they ordered the psychiatric evaluation. His arraignment is set to take place Tuesday, but I think it said Monday earlier. He'll be back in court Monday, and now it says Tuesday, so whatever. Now, last week, he was indicted on a new charge: possessing a handgun with the serial number obliterated. Of course, they do not tell you what year this handgun is from. They don't tell you if it's an antique. They don't even tell you if it's functional. But it's a handgun with the serial number obliterated, and that device is a .22 caliber Derringer pistol. And it's kind of funny that they keep finding more things to add to the list as the days go on. That should bother Americans. That should be really bothersome to you, that when you're not in their presence and they're going back through your home, they're finding more and more shit, and you don't even know because you're held in some freaking state hospital having a psychiatric evaluation. Let's see. Now, remember, this man is being charged with bomb-making materials and things like that, and 2 toxins. Now, the 2 toxins, which I discussed earlier, I discussed abrin, which can be used to treat and cure cancer. That's one thing, but they're also charging him for pure nicotine. How many people vape out there? How many people use those little liquid nicotine things? That should scare you, folks. That should absolutely make you go, make your ears perk up like, wait a minute, what? Because like I said in the last video, they can deem anything in your home a bomb-making material. Now, like I said, this man never threatened anybody. He never said, I have a bomb. He never said, I'm going to use a bomb. He never said these materials were for bombs. None of that. He never threatened anybody, but now he's being charged with bomb-making materials, and possession of an illegal bomb, which that alone carries a 10-year sentence. Let's see. The alleged bomb materials were described in documents filed earlier in the case, but the pistol was not mentioned in publicly available documents from before. So, like I said, they're amending shit, and I don't like that. You know, because all this stuff is supposedly found in his apartment. So, why, you know, what's taking so long? It's now May 16th, or I'm sorry, June 16th here. I've had ample opportunity to go through all this stuff, and it's a little bizarre that, you know, they just keep adding things to up the sentence. It's called stacking charges. They're stacking charges, and it makes you wonder what this guy actually did to piss them off. You know, is he a person who is literally looking... Now, if you don't know nicotine, I told you about the Abrin, I don't know how you pronounce it. I told you that the CDC lists that as something people use, you know, to study cancer cures. You know, they believe that it can reduce cancer. Well, nicotine, used on Alzheimer's patients, helped their cognitive ability stay intact longer than those who do not use pure nicotine. So for a while they were putting nicotine patches on Alzheimer's patients, and those who had the patch on functioned, you know, maintained their cognitive ability for longer than those who did not have the patch, who just had the placebo. So maybe this man is not dabbling in bomb making materials at all, rather than maybe he's looking into natural remedies for things. I don't know. These are all questions you should be asking yourself in your head if you're ever on a jury. Was this gun functional? You know, did he ever threaten anyone with a gun? What year is this gun from? Is this gun even capable of shooting? What are the other uses for these supposed toxins that Mr. Chamberlain supposedly had? Who is the victim in this said crime? Because, you know, they're saying he has all this bomb-making materials, but again, there's no malice, there's no intent, there's no case, really, because, you know, we all have some type of material in our home, whether we know it or not. If you're a freaking plumber and you have PVC pipe, they can claim you're a freaking, you know, you know, you've got bomb making materials. Doesn't mean that's what your intent is, you know. It's just ridiculous. Also, they're saying, let's see. Now they're claiming that in his apartment were a power source, wire conductors, switching mechanism, shrapnel, and remote controlled detonation system. So, let's go over this. Wire conductors. Anybody can have wire switch things in their homes. You can go pick that shit up just to fix your own home. You know what I'm saying? A switching mechanism. You have a switching mechanism in your own house when you flick on your lights. Oh my God, you should all be arrested now, right? Shrapnel. Guess what, folks? Staples from a staple gun in your house could be considered shrapnel. Nails that you use to fix your fence outside. Shrapnel. Do you get what I'm saying? Cell phone. Detonation system. Remote controlled detonation system. See, folks, they can name anything. Anything. Bomb making materials. And this should freak you out. This should get every American going, wait, this shit ain't right. Again, he threatened no one. The whole that's the other thing, you know, if you have watched my videos on Mr. Chamberlain, the whole time it just makes no damn sense. They're saying that he should be considered armed and dangerous, yet he threatened no one. Well, why should I consider him armed and dangerous then? This whole article that I just read, and the article from the last video I did, talk from both sides of the mouth, okay? They just say one thing and then they contradict it in the next sentence. They say another thing and then it's contradicted in the next sentence. None of this shit makes sense. But what I do know is that if they're going to do it to one person like this, they're going to do it to anybody like this. And every American should be on their toes about it, because this shit's getting out of hand. This shit's getting crazy. It makes you wonder. Now this guy worked on political campaigns and whatnot, and makes you wonder if he happened to find something out. I mean, what made him decide to kind of back out of the political life, so to speak? What was it? You know, I don't know. There's a lot of questions that I'll probably never be able to answer, but you know, these are questions juries or jurors should be asking the whole time. Like, what is this about? What is this really about? You know, anybody can claim that they have a bomb making material, but there has to be some type of intent or threat or, you know, victim, malice, something to show. There even has to be something to show they were working on it as to, you know, be a bomb. You know, I could have these things all over my house. Doesn't mean that I'm working on it to make a bomb. That makes no fucking sense. You know? And this shit is happening far too often. And unfortunately, people believe the reports they read rather than question the reports they read while in court, you know. The whole time I read things or someone's talking to me about something, questions are going off in my brain. They're just firing. I'm just sitting there thinking question after question after question. And I think that people in general have lost that ability. You're born with it. We're inquisitive from birth. We're curious. We want to know things. But I think as we get older, we get kind of chastised if we ask too much questions, you know, too many questions. We get chastised about it. So we kind of shut up about it. Or we just shut it off completely and don't think about it at all. We'll focus on football or, you know, the World Cup. Portugal! But do you know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people have really just kind of cast away their questions, that, you know, their natural questioning of things. And that's unfortunate. It's actually doing a lot of people in jail disservice, you know, when you just blindly believe anything you're told while you're sitting in the jury box, you know. You should be questioning every little detail, because essentially someone's life rests in your hands. I don't like this Ryan Chamberlain case at all. I think it's bizarre. I'm not even sure it really even happened. You know, when you see something go mainstream, like nationwide, when people start hearing about it nationwide, you should automatically question it, because the media is pretty much, I'd say 99% bona fide propaganda. So you can't trust anything that comes from the media. Certainly after reading these articles, you can't trust anything that comes from the media, because none of this shit makes sense. But if it is true, if this is happening to this person, every American should be on top of this and finding out, why is this man in custody? Because from how it looks, he shouldn't be in custody at all, just because of, you know, he never had him. There's no victim, there's no malice, there's no intent, there's no threat, there's nothing. He's never had a, you know, it's just bizarre how they came to know who this man is and came to arrest this man and came to deem him a dangerous person, when to me it looks like he was just dabbling in medical treatments. I don't know though, you know, your guess is as good as mine. Anyways, I'm running out of time, so I will put the link in the description box. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter at PoliticalPort, and have a great day.